for by the New World Order.
Oh, you didn't know?
You ready? Let's go!
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Feed me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella, and we are live on the Sportswire. Another attack to your audiological senses, because it is 10 a.m. on Thursday, November 19, 2015, and we are here live here on Fat Cat Radio. We've got a jam-packed show for you today. As a matter of fact, we have a great interview coming up. It actually took place last night. I talked with Baby Doll from WSLA's The Sports Guru Show from New Orleans, Louisiana, and we had a great raw interview. And what do I mean by raw? Well, unedited. I don't, like I've told you before, I don't edit my interviews because I want people to understand that, you know what? Anything can happen, and anything can go wrong. Trust me. I mean, if it's something really bad, yeah, I will redo it. But you know what? The fact of the matter is this. We had a great interview. We talked about the New Orleans Saints. We talked about the New Orleans Pelicans and kind of her rise to the top in the radio industry. So, we are here live. First things first, we got to give glory to God. That is the number one thing that we have to do. And let's go to God in prayer right now. Father God, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the time to talk, just to share my thoughts and opinions today, Lord. I want to thank you for just showing me the way, showing me paths to take, Lord. I pray that everybody out there listening within ear's reach could understand and could see or hear your light coming from me, Father. I pray that you just help me to open the eyes and minds and hearts of some people, Father. I thank you for the vehicle that I have to reach the audience. I pray for a car, Lord. I pray for my job. Just thank you for letting it be prosperous and allowing me to grow with it and show that I can take more responsibilities, Father. I definitely want to pray that more people want to accept you into their hearts, and even though it's a tragedy that happened, but I pray that more people want to look to you, Father. I pray that those people out there that don't believe in you, that want to come to you and follow you, because you're the only way that we're going to get through this life. You're the only way we're going to get to heaven, and through you and your Son are the only way that we're going to have a peaceful world, Father. I thank you. And I ask all this through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, so folks, now we're going to go on to our worship song of the day. Here's the Newsboys with their title track from their I think their latest album, God's Not Dead. It was also a fantastic movie. God's Not Dead 2 is coming out in April. I definitely plan on seeing that when it does. So right now, here's the Newsboys with God's Not Dead right here on the Sportswire.
Explode and bring the dead to life. A love so bold to see a revolution somehow. you fall, come shake the ground with the sound of revival. Let heaven roar, let fire fall. Come shake the ground with the sound of revival. Let heaven roar, let fire fall. Come shake the ground with the sound of revival. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. God's not dead, he's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. God's not dead, he's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. God's not dead, he's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. He's roaring. He's roaring like a lion. He's roaring alive. He's roaring. He's roaring. He's roaring alive. Roaring like a lion.
Alright, and that was the Newsboys with God's Not Dead right here on the Sportswire. Fantastic song. Obviously, the Newsboys are well-known, well-popular, one of the probably the most popular acts in Christian rock music. But the fact of the matter is this, great song. It was a great movie, too. The Newsboys actually appeared in the movie God's Not Dead, along with the, Willie... I can't even remember his name. The guy's from Duck Dynasty. Willie Robertson and his wife, they appeared in the movie as well. But it's a fantastic movie, and it was so relevant for this day and age, especially with all the quote-unquote political correctness garbage going on that colleges and high schools and anything government wants to take God out and wants people to see their way. And I felt it was absolutely fantastic movie, and I definitely recommend you go out and see it. And if you do go out and see it and you're one of those who doubts God, watch the movie, pay attention to it, because you'll see, granted obviously everything is scripted, but you'll see how God works, because you know what, it's absolutely phenomenal, and it's true. I have to say, first of all, let me give a big shout out to our sponsors. Wayne Jones from Blackline Entertainment Music Group, Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Production, Stay Blessed Productions. We've also got M&J Sports Cards and M&J Video Games and First Base Sports Cards in Southington and Wallingford, Connecticut, as well as Sister Sue's Homemade Jams and Jellies. Check them all out on Facebook. They all are all on Facebook. Matter of fact, I do have to put an order to Sister Sue's. I want to try their ghost pepper jelly. I tried their habanero jelly, which was out of this world. Ghost pepper, even hotter. So I want to try that. Just check them out. Let's see. So we've also got. I also got to let you know the many different ways to interact with the Sportswire. First of all, I want to thank Wayne Jones for tuning in. He just sent me a message here on our chat. If you want to chat, first of all, go on over to our Spreaker homepage, which is Spreaker.com/show/sports-wire. You can not only listen to the show, but when I'm live, you can interact with me. You could send the chat. Absolutely, send me your comments and questions and whatever else you want. All right. Okay. Also, you could go to our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/sportswirect. Also, facebook.com/FatCatRadioEnterprise. You could also go to www.swe-ct.com or www.myfatcatradio.com, and also on Twitter, SoundCloud, Instagram, Foursquare, Periscope, Tout, Tumblr, anything else that I've forgotten about. It is SWE Connecticut, and then on Skype, on Google Plus, and on YouTube, it is Sportswire SWE. That is all, and then also on iTunes. You can't forget iTunes. You go to iTunes, you go to the podcast page, search Sportswire, click on our flame logo, and then subscribe. That's all you got to do. And then every episode of the Sportswire will be delivered directly to your listening apparatus, be it an iPhone, an iPad, iPod, or anything with iTunes on it. Don't have anything else to do. Just subscribe. It'll download directly there, and you can listen to every episode on demand whenever you want to. I think it's a fantastic thing. And the other thing is you'll be able to download or you'll get the Connecticut Panthers games too. Now, unfortunately, the Connecticut Panthers season is over. They won their first game in Maine in the Harvest Bowl tournament, but then they lost to New York last weekend. So their season is over. So it's time to rebuild for next year. I will have an interview with Coach Welch. I'm probably going to say in about a month or so. Let him get his bearings set, and then we start working towards next season. And just start on all the public relations stuff, trying to get sponsors, trying to get people to come on out and play. I know we had somebody who messaged the Connecticut Panthers on Facebook about playing, so I don't know when there's going to be tryouts, but we'll talk to Coach Welch about that within a month or so. So before I get into our baby doll interview, which will take place after the next song, I do want to kind of go over this coming Sunday. Big night, big anniversary. This week on WWE Network is 25 years Undertaker Week, celebrating 25 years of the Dead Man. As you know, Survivor Series in 1990 from the Hartford Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut. That was where the Undertaker had his debut as part of the $1 Million Team. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase had him as his mystery partner. He was, at that time, he was managed by Brother Love, and his team comprised of not only DiBiase and the Undertaker, but also Rhythm and Blues, who was Greg the Hammer Valentine and the Honky Tonk Man, and then they faced the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby, and his team of Bret the Hitman Hart. Let's see, who else was on that team? Coco Beware, I believe. Was that Coco Beware? Yeah, I believe so. And I can't remember that last teammate. I'm gonna have to. Now that stumped me. Now I have to look it up. I have to actually Google it while I'm live, because I can't remember that. Was it Virgil? Was that after Virgil left? No, it wasn't after Virgil left. 1992 was after Virgil left. So it was Virgil was still in the corner of DiBiase at the time. So I know it was Coco Beware. It was Dusty Rhodes. And let's see. Survivor Series 1990. Here we go. Here we go. It was $1 Million Team. Ted DiBiase, The Undertaker, and Rhythm and Blues, which was the Honky Tonk Man and Greg Valentine. Oh, versus Dusty Rhodes, Coco Beware, and the Hart Foundation. So Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart were still together at the time. Because, yeah, okay, I thought Anvil was with the Ultimate Warrior. That was the next year. But okay, so it was the Hart Foundation. And actually, Ted DiBiase was the sole survivor in that match, because that was actually the year that they had that grand finale match of Survival, where it was all the survivors teamed up, the good guys versus the bad guys. Which that was obviously, they were, really showing the black and the white between the heels and the faces. They had, because it was Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, and Tito Santana against Teddy DiBiase, Rick Martel, the Warlord, and Power and Glory, which at the time was Hercules and Paul Roma. But that was actually the debut of two people. Not only The Undertaker, but also the Gobbledygooker. That's right, the Gobbledygooker came out of the Big Egg and started dancing around with me and Gene Okerlund. So that's what that is. So I want to first of all say a happy anniversary to the dead man, The Undertaker. 25 years in the business. This Sunday at Survivor Series. We are having a Survivor Series viewing party here at the Sportswire studios, or household, I should say. The event is live, is on Facebook, so the event is there. So definitely check it out, because we want to see you here. If you need the address, definitely message Sportswire host on Facebook, and I will get you that address. The event starts at 8. I would expect everybody to be here for 7 for the pre-show. Kind of go over some, just some stuff. And have a good time. We'll have some food here. Everybody bring something if you're coming to share. And, just let's have a good time. Let's celebrate 25 years of The Undertaker. And like I said, for Undertaker Week, go to WWE Network and watch what they have. I was watching... You know what I watched last night? Besides, I watched The Legends with JBL. That was great. I saw part 1. But part 2, I didn't watch yet. I'll watch that tonight. But you know what I did watch, though? Something that made me laugh. Remember back in 94, right before SummerSlam, when it was going to be Undertaker versus Undertaker, and they had Leslie Nielsen on the case? That was absolutely fantastic. I loved Leslie Nielsen. He was very funny, very... just awesome. Actually, him and George Clinton at SummerSlam, the Naked Gun sleuths, but it was fantastic. So check it out. It's got all types of clips, Undertaker's gravest matches, and then also a 25 years of the Undertaker special. So definitely go over to WWE Network to check it out. As we go with the WWE title tournament for Survivor Series, right now the semifinals are set, and they will take place on Survivor Series with the tournament finalists meeting later that night. In the first match, it's Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose, and then Roman Reigns against Alberto Del Rio. So, quite honestly, I feel that it's going to come down to Roman Reigns against Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. I feel Dean Ambrose is going to have a heel turn, and Roman Reigns is going to get screwed out of the title. That's the way I'm looking at it. But they could go completely legit and have Roman Reigns just win the title, because he was supposed to win it from Seth Rollins anyways. But who knows? Maybe by him getting screwed, it'll get some more fans behind Reigns for him to win it at TLC coming up. And it's funny. Also, you got the Brothers of Destruction, The Undertaker and Kane. They're going to be facing 2 members of the Wyatt family. Now, that's what it is currently. As we go closer to Survivor Series this coming Sunday, it's a possibility it could change, because number one, who trusts the Wyatt family to just be the 2 members and the other 2 won't get involved? I sure as heck don't. So I would imagine, and from what the tweets have been coming through, is that Finn Balor has said that he will be at Survivor Series, and you never know, there could be a new Ministry of Darkness starting. And how great would it be for Finn Balor in his demon character to come out and help the Brothers of Destruction? That would be awesome. I actually played that on WWE 2K16. Finn Balor with the Kane and the Undertaker against the Wyatt family. It was a great 6-man tag, elimination tag. So that's a possibility for Sunday. Obviously, with Del Rio and Owens in the title tournament, there won't be an Intercontinental or U.S. title match. As far as the tag titles go, I believe it's going to be the Usos going against the New Day. I haven't heard much. Matter of fact, the past 2 episodes of Raw on Hulu haven't mentioned the New Day at all. So I'm not sure about that. So here's the thing. It has been announced this week that John Cena, the reason why he's taking time off, he is filming a reality series for Fox called True Grit, and it has to do with everyday people kind of going through basic training or something to that effect. And that's going to be on Fox, I'm assuming, next year. Cena let it know. So this is where he tweeted. He tweeted this out on November 18th, which was yesterday. Honored to host American Grit, a new TV series guiding 16 contestants through military and survival-themed challenges, coming soon to Fox TV. So that's what it is. He's going to be doing a reality TV host, which is pretty cool for him, because John Cena has actually gone above, WWE now. He's been in movies. He was in Trainwreck with Amy Poehler, which I still have yet to see. He's also going to be in the new movie Sisters. I think that's what it's called. Sisters with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, right? Yes, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. Trainwreck was with Dolph Ziggler's ex. Gosh, I can't think of her name right now. Anyways, I think she's actually quite gorgeous, but I can't even think of her name. That's how bad my brain is right now. Anyways, okay, well, he was in Trainwreck, the movie Trainwreck that came out this past summer. I have yet to see it. And, supposedly there was some controversy surrounding John Cena and Amy Schumer. That's her name. She was in the movie. And apparently John Cena and her had a sex scene. Supposedly there's some drama going on between Nikki Bella and Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler trying to start trouble. Because apparently... Now, I know Dolph Ziggler dated Amy Schumer in the past. What I did not know is that Dolph Ziggler dated Nikki Bella in the past. And apparently, well, I don't want to really get into the whole Total Divas controversy. I'll just leave it at, there's controversy there, but I don't buy into it because I don't watch Total Divas. I don't want to know anything about Total Divas. I don't like Total Divas. So, I'm staying away from Total Divas. I'll leave it at that. Alright, we're going to get to our next song here on the Sportswire. Take It or Leave It by Jenna Murata. After that, we will get to our Baby Doll interview. So stay tuned right now because here's Jenna Murata with Take It or Leave It right here on the Sportswire.
I needed something to occupy my time. I found someone. Was it a freaking crime? You never knew me. You only thought you had me. I just wanted you to come along with me for the ride. I know you're thinking, what was I thinking to let this girlie go? She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I wish I would have told her so. I'm here waiting. You should be waiting on me. Tired of changing. Now you're gonna change for me. You want my love, but you won't admit it. Suppose I take it all away. You'd be saying, oh no, she didn't. She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I wish I would have told her so. I know you're thinking, what was I thinking to let this girlie go? She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I wish I would have told her so. I need another verse. What am I gonna say? Doesn't matter. You never listen to me anyway. Hear what is. You don't even know how bad. Guess I'll take it to another man. I know you're thinking, what was I thinking to let this girlie go? She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I wish I would have told her so. She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I should have told her
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella. I am here on the phone right now with Baby Doll from the Sports Guru Show on WSLA in Louisiana, New Orleans. How are you doing today, Baby Doll?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we have you on today. We're going to be talking some New Orleans Saints news and just general New Orleans sports, I should say. The biggest news coming out of the Saints right now is Rob Ryan being let go earlier this week. And what's your take on that situation?
Well, I personally think he's not producing like we need him to. You know, especially, hold on. Shoot, my freaking thing is, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I lost you there. I think,
right.
Really, I'm like, Rob Ryan and Browner are a big problem, and I'm just waiting for Browner to get out of there. Right now, New Orleans is ranked consistently low defensively for a season and a half. I mean, we're ranked last, which is ridiculous. I mean, you know, so we're all kind of relieved that he left. I mean, we are on pace to allow 45 touchdown passes, and that's just unacceptable.
I completely agree with you.
And then Browner, he's leading the league in penalties and costing us a ridiculous number in yardage.
Right. And that's
and then this behavior in the locker room has got to go. You know, the Saints organization, we don't approve of that. That's why one of the reasons we got rid of Jimmy Graham. It's nothing to do with the talent. It's just, well, a little bit is, but he was just a bad habit for the locker room.
I could definitely understand that, and you know, but you gotta look at Drew Brees. That he's getting up there in age. I mean, granted, after coming back from his injury earlier this year, he's been doing better. But how do you see Brees? You think it's almost time for him to hang up his cleats?
Eventually, but I see him at least. I think he's still going to be one of the top contenders for Super Bowl for the next 3 years.
Really? 3 more years?
Yeah, I give him 3 more years. He's going to get me one more ring. I mean, we're talking about Drew Brees here. Do you know how many records he broke this season alone?
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you. So, with Rob Ryan out and Dennis Allen as the new defensive coordinator, how big of a change is that going to be for the Saints defense coming up this week? Do you think you'll see a change with this coming weekend?
I mean, Dennis Allen has worked with Peyton. He was second down coach in 2005 squad that won the Super Bowl. But
Okay.
I'm glad that he's back. Well, definitely he's changed it in X's and O's, you know.
Right. Well, that's definitely good. Because you really do need that. As of right now, let me just try to find it right now. And there we go. I'm looking at the New Orleans Saints website right now as it is. And the Saints are currently sitting in last place in the NFC South at 4-6.
Thanks for reminding me.
Well, I mean, the fact that they're only 2 games under 500, I believe they're probably going to have their bye week this week, so it gives the defense an extra week to look after, to learn the new defensive drills from Dennis Allen.
We knew this was going to happen. I mean, Dennis Allen's been coaching behind Rob Ryan the whole time, pretty much, and it was just a matter of time. So we knew as soon as this bye was going to happen that he was going to be let go. It was just a matter of time.
So what exactly happened that day on Facebook? Because we saw a story, Rob Ryan was let go, and then we found out that he was not let go. Coming to find out a few hours later, yes, he was let go.
Yeah, so what happened there was, all right, so there's this Fox Sports news reporter, Alex Marvez. He first tweeted out the story saying that he had 2 sources telling him that Rob Ryan's going to get fired. So when Sean Payton did his delayed press conference, he denied the allegations, stating that we would be the first to know, and then he spoke with Mickey Loomis in the morning, but nothing changed, that he was still going to be a Saint. But Sean Payton stated that we just made a change and it didn't time up when I was meeting with the media. So that's kind of what happened with that. So after the delayed press conference happened, we had to talk to Mickey Loomis, and then he decided once that information got to him, he made that announcement on Monday night on Bobby Hebert's show on WWL, which was most likely planned. I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
I mean, we all knew. I'm sure Sean Payton knew. He just wanted to give the story to Bobby Hebert, and let's just face it, Bobby Hebert gets that because, he's just been reporting on everything since he got, he quit. But, I mean, Bobby, I look up to Bobby Hebert. He's one of the great broadcasters down here, so when he speaks, everyone pretty much listens. So it's only right. I mean, it's only right for him to break that story, and I'm glad Sean Payton, worked with him about that. But still, it did make some Saints fans a little, nervous about everything, and they started looking more at Mickey Loomis now. They're speculating about how we don't know if he's competent enough to run both the Saints and the Pelicans, which my New Orleans Pelicans aren't doing well at all. So now we're looking at all his past choices with that, and the finger is kind of being pointed towards Mickey Loomis's direction. Mickey Loomis, and for all of your listeners, Mickey Loomis is our general manager. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. But yeah, that's what's pretty much going down in here. I'm on the fence about Mickey Loomis. I don't know if it's really his fault or not, because at the end of the day, he doesn't really make all the decisions. And he did get us Sean Payton. He did get us Drew Brees. He did get us Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis re-signed his contract when he was down here within 5 hours. And, this is New Orleans. And let's face it, New Orleans can be a hard sell compared to places like New York, Miami, and Los Angeles.
Absolutely.
Free agents.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And the fact that I will point this out, though. The fact that the Saints do have they are currently in their division. They're 2-2. Is it 2-2? Yeah, they're 2-2 in the division. Division percentage. Okay.
Hey, that wild card spot is still open, so...
Oh, absolutely. With Atlanta...
Any given Sunday.
You're absolutely right. And
Let me
especially...
tell you, if the Falcons lose a few, but
Yeah.
I'm speaking from a true Saints fan, And
Yeah.
if we could win out.
Yeah, you're right. And then there's a possibility. I mean, granted, give the guys a week, to regroup, get the new defense up this week going forward. There's a possibility of them coming back, definitely squeaking into the wild card. Obviously, Carolina's having a fantastic year at being 9-0 right now.
Yeah, but they got to come to the Dome in 2
You're
weeks.
right.
So, that's a tough place to play, and anything can happen in the Dome.
You're absolutely right. That place is where the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak got broken.
Yeah, it sure was, but go ahead.
You're right. Anything can happen in the Superdome, and especially when the Saints are at home. Drew Brees is phenomenal in the dome itself, and so going over to some Pelicans news now. You said they're not doing well that much at all. So I don't follow basketball, so maybe you could enlighten me and enlighten my listeners on what's going on with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Well, tonight we had a game, and we were doing great, but we, for some reason this season so far, at the end of the quarter of the game, in the first half, like we're always leading, and then we just kind of like run out of steam. We run out of steam towards the end of the game, and we don't have enough talent right now because we're giving all our money. Mickey Loomis is giving all our money to AD, which is rightfully so, but we don't have any draft picks. So once we get over these little humps and we gain talent to back up AD's great style of playing, we'll be able to win some championships. But if we were in the West, I think if we were in the East, I think we would be a lot higher in rankings. But as of now, we got the injury bug, and we can't make any real headway.
So New Orleans, they have you guys in the West?
No, I'm sorry. What did I said we are in the East. I mean,
Oh.
we're in the. We're playing Western style basketball right now. That's why, if we were in the East, we'd be doing better.
Okay. If you weren't in the East, you'd be doing better.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
But right now we're playing we got a new coach. We gained a new coach. We fired an old one. We got Adam Gentry from Golden State. He was an assistant coach, and he came back with a ring. And now he's trying to teach kids learn this Western style basketball that they're not used to. We don't have the talent to play like that right now. And we're dealing with injuries, so that's where we're at, and that's why we're so low in ranks right now. But, the season is still young for that, and, I'm just hoping maybe we'll get it together and, everybody will get healthy. That's what we really need right now. Everyone to be healthy.
You're absolutely right. When you have a healthy team, no matter what sport, that's when you guys will succeed. So let's kind of get to your background. How did you get into the sports radio business?
Well, it started really from when I was bartending. I bartended ever since I was 18, and then once I got a little bit older, I moved on to Bourbon Street. And I bartended at some of the most famous bars on Bourbon Street. It's from classy to straight out rock.
Yep.
I can't even put it any more lightly than that. But so from there, you just in the bartending business, you're always consumed by the sports atmosphere. Yep. People always want to watch sports when they're drinking and they're having a good time. So it's all America's pastime too,
Absolutely.
So from there, I've picked up a lot of sports. I've met a lot of players. Through that, visiting of one of the famous basketball players that I met that won a championship with I think his name I can't remember his name, but I've met like Delvin Bro, I've met Kikaka, I've met a whole bunch. I can't even think. And musicians, but that's on a whole other story.
Right.
Then from there, I met the right people, and my family's involved with the radio already. So from there, they pretty much pushed me into the Sports Guru show, and from there, I learned even more of how to deliver a message and how to broadcast correctly and what to do and what not to do. And it's I'm constantly learning. So,
Yeah.
and, I'm always learning how to promote, how to market yourself, and all kinds of things like that. And I have a lot of fun doing it. So that's where I'm at.
Absolutely, and that's one of the best things about being in sports radio, whether you're on the internet, whether you're on, terrestrial radio, on TV. The key is to have fun. And, I completely applaud you and your evolution of yourself going from being a bartender to being in the sports radio industry and everything you've done. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I know for me, I went from public access TV into radio, and I'm kind of going through the same learning process as you, just trying to market myself, get a bigger audience. Now, you are on terrestrial radio, correct? Your WSLA is an actual AM station, correct?
Yes, it's WSLA 1560 AM.
Okay.
And right now we're shopping our show around too. So you'll never know. I'm eventually going to get on FM. It's just a matter of time.
Okay. Well, if you get up here to Connecticut, I know I'll definitely be able to listen to you. Because actually, you're on Spreaker as well, correct?
Yes, I do broadcast on Spreaker as well. It's the Sports Guru Show. You can follow us on Facebook. And, you can have a link. You'll have a link you can link to us live on Spreaker from all over the world. I know I always say it differently than everybody else. Everybody else says Spreaker or something like that. Obviously, my Louisiana, it says Spreaker. I'm sure everyone hates that.
And you know what?
I'm not, But you can listen, everyone can listen to me, Baby Doll, live on the Sports Guru Show on Spreaker.com, and we go on air from 10 to 12, kickoff, on Sundays in Central Time. So check us out.
That's awesome. So that's 10 to 12 Central Time. So for you East Coast folks, it'd be 11 to 1. And then going further down to the Mountain Times, you get it be 9 to 11. And then on the West Coast, it would be 8 to 10. So just cover all the bases now. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also, if anyone out there has music, we do a spot where we highlight, we have a featured artist of the week. So if you guys want to email me any tracks out there, hit me up and send me the email at thesportsgurushow@gmail.com. And we also, during the whole segment, the whole show, we're playing rock music, heavy metal, all in the background, rap, anything that you can't hear on the radio, we try to hear it on our show. And we also take phone calls, too, during our show. We have sponsors that call in as well. We have a Gregory man that puts on a game day special, so it's really entertaining.
Great, awesome. So you've got quite a system down there. So definitely check out the Sports Guru Show on, if you're in Louisiana, WSLA, and then also around the world on Spreaker. Just look up the Sports Guru Show. Now, I also, did I see that you're starting a new TV show venture at some point?
Yes, I do. I am working on that. It's still under development.
Okay.
I did one season is already recorded, and I just finished wrapping up episode 1 of season 2, but that's called Talk to Me New Orleans. But that's basically the target audience is women, so
Gotcha.
I don't know, me being a sports person, it's like a New Orleans view, But
Yep.
Me being a sports person, I'm just waiting for them to kick me off. Because, women, that's another thing that I like being about a sports broadcaster is that it gives women another way to get information instead of listening to all these guys constantly talk, I bring a little bit more of a flavor and sensitivity to the situation, I guess. Another different perspective than men. So that's another reason why I like it.
And that's a fantastic thought process that you have there because, you look at the women on like ESPN or whatever, they've been groomed by the network to be who they are and to stick with that whole ESPN attitude. But the fact that you're coming at them raw from a New Orleans attitude, I think that's absolutely fantastic, and I applaud you for it. I think that's awesome. And now, when does season 1 air?
Season 1 air is going to be airing on Fox 8. As far as the air dates, it's still under development, so I'm not particularly sure, but you can check. I am posting updates on all my projects on the Sports Guru Show because I do have Baby Doll fans. Mm-hmm. If you want to check out all my projects, check out what I do, you can just go directly to the Sports Guru Show on Facebook and you'll find all my information there.
All right, you heard it here. I'd like to thank Baby Doll from the Sports Guru Show for coming on the Sportswire because, you know what? Anytime you get a different point of view, especially from somebody in the area, it's a fantastic thing. And not only that, I like to help promote my friends. And you know what, Baby Doll, you've been great, and thank you very much for coming on.
Can I get a who dat from you?
A who dat?
Yeah, can you say who dat?
Who dat?
That's what's up. You made my day.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
Saints. Go Saints, go.
Straight line.
I wanna lay ya, baby, so can I lay you tonight? I'm like no other, baby, let's have a hell of a night. Alright. Place on above you, but baby, I'm not a settling tight. So sorry, baby, I can lay you for life. Let's go.
You say you wanna roll with me, then let's go. But baby, don't fall for me, cause I'll go.
Stop with the melodrama. I mean, excuse me, mama. You want the finer things, then Dolce and Gabbana, the Louis out of Prada. I think I buy you nada. See me, I beat it up, press release and pop my collar. She hoping I'm a caller. I hope it's not a problem. Don't need no issues with you catching feelings, causing drama. I handle my business with precision and marijuana. No time for superficials. You know more baby mamas. I'm just saying, baby, I like it just the way it is. I'm talking cut friends. I seek one to cut away. See, we could touch a bit and afterwards I gotta split. I'm just telling it like it is. This is real as it gets, shit. I wanna lay ya, baby, so can I lay you tonight? I'm like no other, baby, let's have a hell of a night. Alright. Place on above you, but baby, I'm not a settling tight. So sorry, baby, I can lay you for life. Let's go.
You say you wanna roll with me, then let's go. But baby, don't fall for me, cause I'll go.
Excuse me, miss, I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm sorry for missing something, for making something from nothing. It wasn't, or really was it? Was blinded by the assumptions, was trying to be triumphant, was ready for the becoming. I know, it's not improbable. Any obstacles optional, making possible. We the people unstoppable. Is it logical that we can last until the end of time? I'm focused on my grind, never mind, I must decline. I wanna lay ya, baby, so can I lay you tonight? I'm like no other, baby, let's have a hell of a night. baby, I can love you for life. Let's go. Let's go.
Say you wanna roll with me, then let's go. Go, go, go. But baby, don't fall for me, 'cause I'll go. Go, go.
I wanna love you, baby, so can I love you tonight? I'm like no other, baby, let's have a hell of a night. Alright, alright, alright. Place I'm above you, but baby, I'm not a settling tight. So sorry, baby, I can love you for life. Let's go.
All right, and that was Justin Calio with Love You Tonight right here on the Sportswire. From before the interview was Take It or Leave Him by Jenna Murata, and then we had the interview with Baby Doll. I want to thank Baby Doll for having that awesome interviews with me for the Sportswires for today. I want to apologize for the audio. It seemed to be a little bit inconsistent there, a little high, a little low, and that could be part of the reason why I should listen to the interviews before I actually put them on the air, give them a couple, volume edits or whatever. But either way, it was a good interview, and she posted the Sports Guru Show actually made a comment on the Sportswire post for Facebook. Basically, hit Baby Doll up on Facebook and with any arguments or debates, and she'll tell you why you're wrong. So I thought that was actually quite funny. But either way, I want to thank Baby Doll one more time for the interview. Check her out and the Sports Guru Show on Facebook and on Spreaker. Yes, it's Spreaker, not. I think she said Spreaker, which I mean, in essence, it's all it's all the accent, if you will. All right, so now since we talked about Rob Ryan and the New Orleans Saints on on the interview with Baby Doll, now I guess it's time to go over the NFL and NFL Week 11 coming up. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty now. Tonight kicks off Week 11 on the NFL Network. It's a battle of the basement dwellers, the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they are in the AFC South. They are, like I said, the bottom two teams, Jacksonville being 3-6, and the Titans being 2-7. So, somebody's going to have to get a little closer to 500. I mean, Tennessee could technically tie them tonight with a win. I would actually venture to say Jacksonville's going to win tonight. They won last week, and I think they're going to end up pulling it out this week. For our Sunday games, Denver travels to Chi-Town to take on the Bears. The Oakland Raiders go into the Motor City to take on the Lions. Indianapolis go into Hotlanta to take on the Falcons. The New Jersey Jets go down to Houston to take on the Texans. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. Washington goes into Carolina to take on the Panthers. I would venture to say the Panthers are going to improve to 10-0 in that exchange. The Dallas Cowboys, the disappointing Dallas Cowboys, are going to go play Miami in Miami. I think Dallas might be able to pull that out. They might actually get a win, their first win since week 2. And I think Romo might be back. So, we'll see. The St. Louis Rams go on to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. San Diego Chargers, they're going to host the Kansas City Chiefs. Green Bay goes into Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Now, this next game, if it was played 2 or 3 years ago, it would have been a top game of the NFC West. But this year, it's kind of two disappointing teams, the 49ers and the Seahawks in Seattle. The Cardinals are going to host the 8-1 Bengals. The New England Patriots are going to host the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. Patriots, I think, are going to go to 10-0, unless Rex Ryan has a few tricks up his sleeve. Teams on the bye are the New Jersey Giants, the New Orleans Saints, the Cleveland Browns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are all on bye this week. Going over the standings quickly, the Patriots, of course, are 9-0. The Bills and the Jets are both 5-4, and the Dolphins are 4-5. The Bengals are 8-1. More on that in just a second. The Steelers are 6-4. The Ravens are 2-7, and the Browns are 2-8. The Colts and the Texans tied up on top of the AFC South at 4-5. Jaguars are 3-6, and the Titans are 2-7. In the AFC West, the Broncos are 7-2. The Chiefs are 4-5. The Raiders are 4-5, and the Chargers are 2-7. In the NFC East, the Giants are on top at 5-5. The Redskins and the Eagles are tied at 4-5, and the Cowboys are down in the basement at 2-7. In the North, the Vikings are 7-2, overtaking the Pack. The Packers are 6-3. The Bears are 4-5, and the Lions are 2-7. In the NFC South, the Carolina Panthers are just keeping up on their winning ways, and they are 9-0. The Falcons are 6-3. The Buccaneers are 4-5, and the Saints are 4-6. And rounding out the NFC West, the Cardinals are 7-2. The Rams and the Seahawks are both 4-5, and the 49ers are 3-6. So going back to the Bagels, the Cincinnati Bagels. I have to personally thank the Houston Texans defense for giving Andy Dalton his worst outing of the year. Why do I say that? Well, if you remember on Monday's show, I talked about the SWE Powerhouse Fantasy team. All my guys were done, and I had an 8-point lead on, I think it was like an 8 or 10-point lead on PSI New England. And all he had going was Andy Dalton. Now, quarterback usually can take a 12-point lead into the, and make 12 points. He only got 8. No touchdowns. He had an interception. He had 100-something yards. He had the worst outing of the season, and I ended up going on to win. And, I noticed a pattern with my team in that the first 2 games I lost, I went to 0-2, and then I tied it up with 2-2. Then I lost 3 in a row to go to 2-5, and now I'm on a 3-game winning streak to 5-5. This week I take on the Purple Cobras, which looks to be a tight game. He's projected to win 112-110, but I just picked up Danny Amendola from New England, so at least I got somebody going on Monday, and he's a Tom Brady target. So let's hope that works, because I've also got going forward in that match. Now, obviously, Ben Roethlisberger came in last week. He had a better game than Carson Palmer. He had 33 points. I did not start him. I was kicking myself because he was probable. I didn't think he was going to play, but he did, and he had a great game. But and I can't start him this week because he's on bye, so I have to go with Carson Palmer. I've got Johnson from Arizona and Freeman from Atlanta. I've got Amendola and Crabtree. Amendola from New England, Crabtree from Oakland. I've got Kelsey from Kansas City. Starks from Green Bay. I've got the Rams defense, and I've got Gano from Carolina going for me this weekend. There are a lot of beeps from Facebook about comments and the like. So I want to check that, make sure it's nothing specifically for the Sportswire. But I got to say, it's going to be a great game this week. Going over to the standings in our fantasy league, very disappointing actually this year. No, I shouldn't say disappointing. It's actually more evened out than anything. All right, in the yellow division, the South Bronx Bullies are 5-5, tied with the Fantasy Jinx at 5-5 in first place. Bobby Sack Attack at 4-6. The Walking Dez at 3-7, and PSI New England at 2-8. Now, the cool part about it, listen here, in the darker shade of yellow division, Deflated Balls are at 8-2, Purple Cobras at 7-3, the Renegades are at 6-4, Big Airy Balls are at 5-5, tied with myself, SW Powerhouse at 5-5. Now, what's cool about it is that we've got one 8-2 team and one 2-8 team, one 7-3 team, one 3-7 team, one 6-4 team, one 4-6 team, and then we got 4 5-5 teams. And it would basically go the darker shade of yellow on top of the yellow division, and it would read right down just like that. 8 of the 10 teams make the playoffs, so as of right now, I believe it's cut off to the point where the Walking Dead and PSI New England would be out. I believe it just goes by record. It doesn't go by division. And that's how it would be. I want to just verify that in a playoff bracket. If playoffs started today, it would be Deflated Balls against Bobby Sack Attack. Oh, no, so it does go by division. Deflated Balls against Bobby Sack Attack. The East Coast Renegades against Big Airy Balls. Purple Cobras taking on the Fantasy Jinx. And then the South Bronx Bullies versus the SWE Powerhouse. The consolation bracket, it would be PSI New England and the Walking Dead. So I was correct on that one. So it does go by the record, not division. So that's a that's a good thing. Okay, so that would be your NFL report for today. I will say that it's going to be going forward now. This is the last week of buys. So then after that, the sky is the limit in terms of who's going to be taking over first place, who's going to be going to the playoffs. I would venture to say that my Super Bowl pick right now is New England and Carolina. I think they both have the team, and the thing is where New England has an awesome quarterback in Tom Brady, of course, and he's got his threats around with Gronkowski and Amendola and all of Julian Edelman went out with a foot injury. He might be back before the end of the season, but we don't know. But you have New England is a tough team. You've got so many threats there. Now with Carolina, you have the team that's gelling together. And what I mean by that, well, Sam Bradford is not one of the best quarterbacks around. I mean, he's good, but he's not on the par of a Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers. Speaking of Manning, I'll get to him in just a second. So, he's just not there. But their team itself, their defense is phenomenal. So that's why Carolina's there where they are. So absolutely, I would like to give a huge shout out to Carolina Panthers. In terms of Peyton Manning, he now holds the record for the most passing yards in history. He overtook Brett Favre, and Brett Favre, who has become quite the hunter, actually congratulated Peyton Manning from a tree stand in the woods to say congratulations. Going into last Sunday's game, he was only three yards away, and he couldn't get it the week prior when they lost to I forget who. But the fact is, ever since then, as a matter of fact, Peyton Manning was taken out of the game this past Sunday with plantar fasciitis. He might miss a couple of weeks to heal that, but he's also getting old in age. He's getting up there. He's another one where it's almost time for him to hang up his cleats. I honestly think he doesn't. I honestly don't think he's got much left in him. Peyton Manning has been on top for years, but here's the deal. When it gets cold out, he can't play for beans. I don't know why he went to Denver, where it's cold there all the time, but it's a matter of, he chokes in the playoffs. He's only got one Super Bowl ring, and that's when he was playing in the climate-controlled dome of Indiana. Now that he's outdoors in Denver, that's a huge mistake in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, he's done good, but he's not done great. And, that's all there is to it. Alright, so we're going to get to our final song of the day. It's our buddy and colleague here at Fat Cat Radio, Twism White Piece, with Go Hard, right here on the Sportswire.
Hard in this life, yo, never backing down. Go hard on this mic, yo, always rock the crowd. Go hard on the stage, yo, lead a place of mates. Go hard in this game, yo, gotta win the race. I go hard with it, 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 I go hard in this game. Go hard on the stage, go hard on the mic, go hard in this life. I go hard with it each and every day. I go hard with it each and every way. I stray away from lanes too messed up in the brain to see the way my reign stays. No games played, all work, all day. All earned, no fake. Cushy burning all day. Yellow bone going down in hallways. I run this rap game in always. Giving thanks to my savior, all praise. Perfect total package, yep, always. Man, you know the way I go. Full throttle, game on swamp. Hit down low, get your trunk full of bangers bumping. Haters jumping when you get to thumping down your block. Whether Dodge, Lexus, or Maybach, I'm on top non-stop. Best of the new next. Take a second, get to reppin' Team Elite. Yeah, they flexin'. Look at the path laid before me. Two-steppin' and I'm jigging all day. Two-steppin' and I'm jigging all day. Hard in this life, yo, never backing down. Go hard on this mic, yo, always rock the crowd. Go hard on the stage, yo, lead a place of mates. Go hard in this game, yo, gotta win the race. I go hard with it, 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 I go hard in this game. Go hard on the stage, go hard on the mic, go hard in this life. I go harder than the next man. That's why I'm getting featured as the industry's next man. Keep these haters stressed, man, perplexed and wondering what kind of wonder I'ma be doing next, man. 223's aim, man, I did that. Now I'm on another level where I'm telling Kim, folk, go get that. Yellow bone, let me hit that. Kush, man, big bag, let me get that. This rap game, it's a rap, kid. I'm on another letter, kid. Rude boy clothes, man, all up on my back. And the chain so shiny, lightning McQueen flash. And them haters talking smack. Team Elite, go handle that. Man, the game's so addictive that I know you'll come right back. Swag so official, yellow bone coming back to back. Down for the ride, sponsor, you can call him Fat Cat. On my own clothing line, you can go and Google that. Still think you're better, man, where we meeting at? Meeting hard in this life, yo, never backing down. Go hard on this mic, yo, always rock the crowd. Go hard on the stage, yo, lead a place of mates. Go hard in this game, yo, gotta win the race. I go hard with it, 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 I go hard in this game. Go hard on the stage, go hard on the mic, go hard in this life. I go hard.
All right, and that was Twism White Piece with Go Hard right here on the Sportswire. Fantastic song, and what I'm going to do over the next couple weeks is kind of go through the music we have here at Fat Cat and also some other indie talents that I've heard about or talked with on Facebook or whatever, and kind of go through their music because I know that I play a certain selection of songs from certain people, and the reason why I do that is because I play songs that are clean. I don't want to play songs that are swears, that have swears in them. I want to keep it family friendly. and granted, there are some songs that I don't necessarily agree with their content or what they're about, but, I'm trying to promote local talent and indie talent. But, again, I don't necessarily agree with what they, what the message is in the song. Like the song Love You Tonight by Joseph Calio. Great talent, don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily agree with the idea of, of hooking up or, let me love you tonight, but I'm not one for settling down or, that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it is what it is in music today. Unless you're listening to Christian music, of course. But, it's one of those things where society is being shaped by entertainment. But again, entertainment is being shaped by society at the same time. So it's a constant give and take. I don't necessarily agree with sleeping around because, well, quite honestly, I think that's disgusting. And if you want a poster child for, not sleeping around and actually living a straight life, look at Charlie Sheen. The fact that he's, now being diagnosed as HIV positive, now he wants to go and become a motivational speaker to stay away from the lifestyle he had, which more power to him. I'm glad that he could take his mistakes and turn them into positives. But it's like, you gotta look at it this way. Guaranteed it's from years of sleeping with whoever and drug use that got him to where he is. That's all there is to it. Not that I'm necessarily judging him, but, it is what it is when it comes to his, lifestyle. The lifestyle he's lived all these years. When Magic Johnson, back in the 90s, early 90s, was diagnosed with being HIV positive, that was the first big, big-time person, that was diagnosed with it. And, the fact that he came out and said, oh, it's because I slept with X number of women, and this, okay, fine, whatever. And he's made strides. He's put a lot of money towards HIV and AIDS research. There's a lot of positive stuff when a celebrity contracts something that nobody thinks could happen to them. But because then, you have somebody with money that's actually putting it towards the research. Quite honestly, there's something to be said about, Charlie Sheen now wanting to be this motivational speaker. If it's to warn people away from the lifestyle, okay, great. But if it's just a publicity stunt to keep his name out there, then you know what? It doesn't matter. The good part is that, his ex-wives and some of his ex-girlfriends who are popular have gone and gotten themselves tested and made an awareness of being tested regularly for it. And they've all come back negative. And his kids have come back negative, which is a good thing. But here's the thing is just, obviously you got to pray for him. Pray for Charlie Sheen and just that he actually takes it seriously to change his life. In the open letter that he wrote, I think it was to the NBC Today show or Good Morning America or whatever, saying that he was taking his medication cocktail, that there were times where he thought he was in remission and his blood levels were so low in terms of, the disease. I don't think it's ever going to go away unless, there's more research given to it. But we need more research given to cancer. We need more research given to AIDS. And HIV. We need more cancer given to juvenile diabetes. And just more research to and leukemia. And all these diseases that are out there that really need to be helped and need to be gotten rid of, quite honestly. So we need to do that, and that's one of the biggest things that celebrities should be doing with their money, is researching how to keep people healthy. With that being said, I do need to address, first off, we actually might end up going another segment here, but I do want to address something that's really been on my heart lately. Now, I've seen a lot of posts, and I've seen a lot of, I guess, if you will, thinking about the Syrian refugees coming over to the United States because of Obama. And now, it seems like Governor Malloy from Connecticut is one of the only governors who is actually allowing these Syrian refugees to come into Connecticut. Now, here's the deal. We have, and I said this on Monday's show, I believe, we have numerous, and I mean thousands upon thousands of homeless veterans and homeless Americans here in the U.S. Okay? Especially, even in Connecticut. Why are we allowing these people to come in from a foreign country who want to kill us to settle down and live in a house or an apartment, but yet we have homeless Americans here, homeless veterans here? That doesn't sit right with me, and it shouldn't sit right with you. Okay? If you're listening here, then I recommend you call your governor, call your senator, call the President of the United States, okay? And tell them that we do not want these I shouldn't say no good, but these Syrian refugees coming in because, number one, we don't know if they're part of ISIS, because that's how the one in Paris got through, okay? We don't know, and the thing is, we don't have housing for Americans, let alone for other people from other countries. This is why Donald Trump is the absolute best choice for president next year. He wants to close the borders, which means everybody who is not an American, get out. Go home, unless you're going to become a citizen and go the right route. Okay? I don't want to hear about, first of all, it's a shame that they're going through hell in Syria. Okay? It's a shame, and it's saddening that they're fighting what they're fighting. But you know what? Here's the deal. Rise up and fight it. Why come and take over another land? Because the next thing is they're going to try to make us even more politically correct and make us more Muslim and have to go with their stuff. Pretty soon pork is going to be banned in the United States because there's so many freaking Muslims here. Okay? What I propose is this. Anybody who is here as a Syrian refugee, go back home. President Obama, Governor Malloy are both idiots for allowing this to happen. Because quite honestly, they're allowing people who, may or may not be bad. I'm not saying that they're all bad. But what I'm saying is, if you have a box of Skittles and you know that 2 of them are poisonous, why are you going to play with Russian roulette and any of them? Okay? Even if there's 10,000 that come in, and there's 3 of them that are part of ISIS, why are you going to take that chance? Because the family of 3 that you bring in might be the family to do another 9/11 on us. Because you know what? There's already people here in the States that are trying to take down the United States. Okay? There's already people that are Muslims that are trying to get rid of Christianity, or to get rid of, infidels, anybody who's not a Muslim. Okay? As I said before, if you worship a God, and I use that term loosely, an Allah or a God, that tells you to kill anybody who doesn't follow them, they're not a God. They're not a true God. Because the fact of the matter is this. My God, the God in heaven, who created absolutely everything you see around you, is a loving God. And no matter if you follow him or not, he loves you. He sent his only son to die on the cross for you, for your sins, for my sins, for everybody in this world who sinned, past, present, and future. And that's what Jesus took on his body and took on himself. He was that sacrifice. And if you choose, let me tell you something. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You want to come into this country, you bow down to our traditions. You bow down to our customs and our cultures. Okay? You don't force us to change our lifestyle for you because you get upset. Deal with it. You're in a foreign land. Like they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. When you're in the United States of America, you do it how how Americans do it. Not the other way around. I will go around saying Merry Christmas and saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and I will keep going around speaking English and wanting everybody to speak English. Okay? And that's the bottom line. Okay? Because in God we trust. Okay? This is the United States of America. It was founded on Christian principles. The Puritans were Christians. And that's all there is to it. Okay. That over. Why don't we get to another song? I wasn't expecting it. We're going a little over today, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's my show, dang it. And I'm going to go over as far as I want. Okay? So we're going to get to another song. Alright? So here's Ashley Bean with I'm Yours right here on the Sportswire.
In this moment I am lost, I'm searching for you. I can't stop thinking about you every single day. Oh, when I wake up, I feel you're right next to me. And at night I dreamt that I seen your face. And I'll always be yours. My heart belongs to you. And I can't stop thinking about this moment that I spend with you. Last night I didn't want you to leave me alone, but I know you'll always come back. And I'll wait for you in the end. I'm still searching for what is right till then, for all those times we had spent. And again I'll wait for you, and I know you'll wait for me, and I'll stay with you for all eternity. And I'll always be yours. My heart belongs to you, and I can't stop thinking about this moment that I spend with you. And I'll always be yours. My heart belongs to you, and I can't stop thinking about this moment that I spend with you. That I spend with you. That I spend with
Alright, and that was Ashley Bean right here on the Sportswire with I'm Yours. Alright, and we're getting ready to go to our final segment of the day. And you know what that is. And I apologize, I'm kind of hooked on a YouTube, on a Facebook video right now. Looks like mashed potato croquettes with a block of cheddar cheese in the middle that's fried and then baked, and oh my goodness gracious. Woo, doggy doggy. Alright. Time to get to our final segment of the day. And that's right. It is our Dumb Laws of the Day, courtesy of dumblaws.com. And, it just so happens, it's very coincidental. It just so happens the day that I have Baby Doll on as an interview, we're going with the Dumb Laws from Louisiana. Okay. In Dumb Laws in Louisiana, fake wrestling matches are prohibited. Obviously, that means that's been repealed since WrestleMania. Wrestling's always been there. Spectators at a boxing match may not mock one of the contestants. I don't understand that, but, one could possibly land in jail for 20 years upon urinating in the city's water supply. Well, that's actually quite fitting. Thank you very much. A law was passed with the specific intent of stating the punishment for stealing crawfish. That's down south, baby. That's Cajun country. Persons could land in jail for up to 10 years for stealing an alligator. It is a $500 fine to instruct a pizza delivery man to deliver a pizza to your friend without them knowing. Running an abortion advertisement could land you in jail for a year. Okay. It is illegal to rob a bank and then shoot at the bank teller with a water pistol. Well, I think it's illegal to rob a bank anyways, but to rob a bank and shoot at the bank teller with a water pistol, well, that's just cause for the death penalty. Biting someone with your natural teeth is simple assault, while biting someone with your false teeth is aggravated assault because it's a weapon. It is illegal to gargle in public places. It is illegal to shoot lasers at police officers. One may not dare another to go onto railroad tracks owned by another. Wait a minute. One may not dare another to go onto railroad tracks owned by another. Okay, I'm lost on that one. Stealing an alligator could land a person in jail for up to 10 years. It is illegal to steal a movable, even if it is classified as an immovable. What? I don't get that one. What is a movable? What is it? Whatever. Rituals that involve the ingestion of blood, urine, or fecal matter are not allowed. That's good. One could land in jail for up to a year for making a false promise. Wow. That's harsh. Every time a person is seriously burned, he must report the injury to the fire marshal. Prisoners who hurt themselves could serve an additional 2 years in jail. Well, that's normal. However, with that being said, seeing that I've been in prison before, I will say this. Masturbation in prison is actually, if you're caught masturbating, you could actually serve more time because it's considered self-mutilation. Don't ask me why. It just is. I can understand, not wanting to be sexual with the other prisoners. That's illegal. But masturbation being self-mutilation, that's a sketchy thing. All right. In Jefferson Parish, going to the city laws in Louisiana. In Jefferson Parish, minors may not go into businesses with coin-operated foosball machines unless accompanied by an adult, which means an arcade, right? No one may pour a drink out on the ground at any drive-in movie. All right, that makes sense. In keeping with Jefferson Parish, all garbage must be cooked before it can be fed to any hogs. I'm assuming that's garbage food, not... Yeah. In New Orleans, don't try to do any kind of fancy bicycle riding in this town. Feel like showing some Christmas spirit? That's all it says. Feel like showing some Christmas spirit with a question mark. How is that a law? I don't know. Apparently, New Orleans residents aren't totally familiar with electric poles. Trying to save the rainforest? Alright, another one. Horses may not be tied to a tree on a public highway. I don't know whether it would be a tree on a public highway anyways. Unless it's, off, but okay. one may not host a game of marbles at Lafayette Square unless he or she first obtains a written permit from the Parkway and Park Commission. For a marbles game? Chasing fish in a city park is against the law. If there's fish in a city park, I don't know what the biggest problem is. Chasing the fish or the fact the fish is there. Mardi Gras beads may not be thrown from a third-story window. City Commission members may not drink during a public meeting at risk of $50 fine. It is illegal to practice voodoo in the city limits. Isn't New Orleans specifically known for their voodoo? Snakes are not allowed within 200 yards of the Mardi Gras parade route. Or route. No smoking signs shall be placed on all floats used during a parade. No kidding. Condoms may not be thrown from parade floats during Mardi Gras. Oh, that's great, because you want everybody who hooks up to have not safe sex. No one may throw a bottle of Coke at a parade float, but you can throw Pepsi. Television reporters may not throw candy to the crowd during a parade. You may not tie an alligator to a fire hydrant. It is illegal for a woman to drive a car unless her husband is waving a flag in front of it, saying, "Woman driver!" Wow. Oh, wow. What if you're a single woman? Now, that's something, I wish I had talked to Baby Doll about that one. That's crazy. In Port Allen, no one may predict another's future. It means that those psychics are out of business. Only 2 people may picket on the sidewalk at a time, and they must stay at least 5 feet apart at all times. All right. In Sulphur, drive-through liquor stores are outlawed. Well, that's good. I mean, they're popping up all over the place now. It is illegal to have sex with a cow. Why that had to be a law, I don't know. It is illegal to be an alcoholic. Yeah, I don't know about it. It might be illegal to be a drunk, but I don't know about alcoholic. Saying obscene things on the telephone is illegal. Folks, I don't know if they're necessarily monitoring everybody, but keep your conversations clean and no phone sex. Oh, well, that's our dumb laws of the day segment here on the Sportswire. I want to thank all of our musical talent, Twism White Piece, Ashley B, and the Newsboys, Jenna Murata, and Justin Calio. I want to thank Baby Doll from the Sports Guru Show in in Louisiana, in New Orleans. Check her out Sundays from 10 to 12 Central Time on WSLA in Louisiana or on Spreaker. Just look up the Sports Guru Show. As always, thank you to our great sponsors here at Fat Cat Radio. Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Productions, Wayne Jones from Blackline Entertainment Music Group, and also Stay Blessed Productions, as well as Sister Sue's Homemade Jams and Jellies, and M&J Video Games and Sports and First Base Sports Cards and Collectibles. Folks, I hope you have a great weekend. We'll be back here on Monday, 10 a.m. Definitely keep an eye out on Periscope, because maybe I'll get on there at some point and do a quick update if I have to. Sunday night, this Sunday the 22nd, live on WWE Network. It is the Survivor Series celebrating 25 years of The Undertaker. If you want to come to the SWE party, hit up the Sportswire host page on Messenger on Facebook, and I will give you the address to come. 7 p.m., we're going to start the festivities. 8 o'clock, Survivor Series starts. Let's all celebrate together. We're going to celebrate 25 years of the Phenom, The Undertaker. Folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday, right here on the Sportswire.